Good evening, everybody. We're live tonight with Cameron Gibson, Corey Terry, Chris Nelson, and Ed Mclemore for the recap of the rain date of Virginia Motorsports Park. And we'll let Corey get in there and introduce himself since he's new to the class. Go ahead, Corey. Hey, Corey, can you hear me?
Hey, Corey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, yes.
Introduce yourself, buddy.
All right, hi, I'm Corey Terry. Just started with the PDRA with the silver 2003 Camaro. Did a little top dragster racing back in 13, 14. What did it say? My brother owns the car, but him and his partner ended up going separate ways. So I ended up driving that. And Richmond was Dinwiddie was my first debut, Virginia. And that was my third pass in the car, third full pass. First full pass on the engine we got. So we're trying to chase the bugs out of me and the car, I guess.
Now, who's your engine builder?
Can you hear me?
Who's your engine builder?
Yeah, he's
Billy Abbott. Yes, sir.
You gonna make?
You want me to hop out or hop back in?
Yeah, why don't you try that?
Maybe that might make it a little bit better.
Yeah. So, Cameron,
Let me try that.
why don't you give us your take on your first PDRA event?
Happy. First, I'm happy we were able to make it finally after the trials and tribulations leading up to this point. First run. Sorry again for burning you down. I apologize.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, sorry to burn you down. But we had a couple issues there, and the nitrous never turned on the run, so went back to the drawing board on that one and gave us a conservative run. The next one, and but yeah, I sucks it rained out. I was looking forward to obviously the full event. I'm not saying I'm happy it did, but I was wanting to get the, like we were supposed to get 3 test runs, and I think we were supposed to get 3 qualifying runs, if I remember correctly. It'd been nice to get all these runs up until like my actual first round, but it was a good time still.
What'd you think of the barbecue from?
Oh, that was good, Mr. Cook. That was good. Yeah. They popped out with that.
That was tasty. Hey, did you? Oh, you weren't even there. You didn't show up.
No, I didn't.
Oh, that was good food.
That was a good feed.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we lost Chris for the night.
Oh, wow. Anyone hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
all right, I got you there.
So let's Chris wants to pop back in. I guess he'll probably be gone for the night. So Corey, why don't you tell us about your experience at this interview?
Well, so far it's been, the show really helped me out a lot. It made me feel more confident meeting everybody. I met Ed at,
I can't hear you, Corey.
You can't hear me? Wow. All right. I met Ed down at the lot. And he introduced himself, and real friendly guy. And Jason, I met you. And to me, this program really helping out, with the newcomers. It kind of makes it more of a smooth transition to me.
Gotcha. We're a pretty close knit group, and we try to, obviously, if you want people to come race with you, can't be you got to be nice, you got to be polite, you got to be helpful,
That's right.
and go in there. Like there was another 70.5 Camaro, which is an odd to see one, but there was a blue one that was parked across the way, and a girl driver. And it has a Billy Albert 632 with a DP3 head in it. And why don't you come race 632? And she's doing a top sportsman race. I go, you really can't top sportsman race that hard. It ain't got enough window.
That's right.
to run the strike with it. And the allure of, I guess, what they're scared of is like they're not fast enough, or they're not, have they're worried about the maintenance of it and how much work there is. And I'm like, it's no different than your top sportsman car.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's 60 runs and 7 rods, and you know what I mean? You don't blow your shit up, you don't burn it down, and you're doing pretty good.
That's right.
I mean, she weighed 2,300 with her in it. So I mean, she had to put a couple $100 in the car, which I had to put a couple $100 in my car. I mean, they're almost identical cars. So, you know, hopefully, you know, she comes over to 632, and her boyfriend had a bunch of questions. He's a Mustang guy, and he's got a 632 in it. So he's coming and wants to come over. I wish more top sportsman guys would come and try it.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks it's easy, and it isn't. It's hard, but it's not a big money change between running top sportsman and coming.
That's right.
32. You know, not if you're a fast top sportsman car. I mean, if you're in the bottom, I would say bottom 16 of not an elite, but the bottom 16 regular, you can probably come and compete with us. What's your thoughts on that, Ed?
I wish more top sportsman guys would do it, and it's not all that expensive to convert a 632 top sportsman car to a competitive Pro 632 car. The payout is astronomically different.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what the holdup is. Some people just love fast bracket racing. I do think that there are concerns that they wouldn't be competitive, but I mean, you know, if you have to work at anything to be competitive at it.
Yeah.
Top sportsman, you know, anything you do, not just drag racing. You have to work at it to be competitive.
Right.
I mean, I came home. I'm already on my way back together. You know what I mean? I went through the whole car already. We got 3 weeks. I'm just waiting for another stator from JC, and then I'm done. I'm already serviced. You know, oil's changed out. I'm ready to go. So, and I'm a one-man band, right? So I'm moving my shop at the same time. So I got a lot going on.
And you mentioned JC. If I remember correctly, JC ran for a long time without nitrous.
Yes.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, he was still there competing.
Yeah. Yep.
And you know, my hat's off to him because he's the guy everybody's chasing now. You know what I mean? And
no, it was like, I'm not gonna lie, and I know he watches. Probably like, I look over, you know, the ladder will come out, and I'm like, yes, I got JC. You know, it's like, okay, we're going second round if I don't mess up. You know,
right.
It was like, you know, getting Mr. Hood, but Mr. Hood can. Those people, they were naturally aspirated. I mean, Johnny Pacino was the only one, and Pro Stock Business, they were the only ones that had NA cars that could keep up.
Yeah.
You know, those Kazi Ford motors they were stout. You know, they could keep up, but you know, JC he just kept coming in, get his teeth kicked. I think after a while he was just like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to take a break, and we're going to build a motor. And I really believe you just can't go to he went to, I believe he went to 2 Pro Stock guys to get 632 motors built for the class. I think that's probably one of the downfalls, because I don't think a Pro Stock 500-inch Pro Stock guy gets to grasp with nitrous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're probably scared of it. So they stay on the light side of compression and the light side of timing and track and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think Sandy does a lot of his stuff now, right? Sandy Wilkins.
I don't know who does this stuff.
I don't either. But I mean, you know, that's just, he came into the class, and for lack of, and I do not mean this disrespectful, he was slow because he was running in name.
Yeah.
And then when he went to nitrous, and now he's kicking everybody's butt, you know.
He's right. I mean, but you know, Jeff Pittman.
Pittman. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's got us all covered. I mean, and we just keep talking JC, and I mean, because he's got 2 wins in a row, but Jeff Pittman is killing us out the back. That Chevrolet is making some power. You know.
Yes, it is.
And they got that whole deal figured out with the lockup and all that stuff. But I mean, it's hard. I mean, Cameron, what do you think? Do you think it's an easy gig or?
No, it's definitely a learning curve from everything I've been in before. Like, I was in a 520 dragster right before I started running this car, so it's like a 9-day difference to me.
And your dad was a big pro mod guy, right?
Yes, sir. He did pro stock, pro mod, pretty much everything but a bike. And I don't know, he was supposed to try Top Fuel at one point, but money got in the way of that back in the day, which, I mean, that happens a lot.
It's either a woman or money. I don't get it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I wonder what Nicole Liberty says to that statement. Where's my money and my money from racing? Hopefully she shows up eventually. I mean, I know that she was warming cars up the other day and did some testing, so hopefully she comes back out.
I would love for her to come back out. And let's see, we had 3 females competing: Tara, Jarvis, and Lexi Tanner, right?
Yeah. 2.
I love it.
That's 2. You got Tara and Jarvis as 2 people. It's Tara.
Yeah, and Nicole Liberty.
Yeah.
I'd love for them to come back out. I'd love for
that green car's a terror. I mean, if Lexi comes back out, that car's hard to beat. I mean, they got their program together with Jeff Pierce.
Yeah,
we roll back out like the day, like the last day it raced, knowing Jeff Pierce without issue.
And I would just like to see full fields. There's a lot of people that talk about it, but they know where to be found.
I texted Tim McGarry earlier to see if what was going on. I haven't heard from or seen anything on social media about his program. Last time I knew he was shortening the rear end to make wheels fit. That and what else did he need? He needed something.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him. I mean, his engine builder asks me every week, "Have you heard from Tim? How's he running?" Well, I don't know. He ain't running yet.
Right, and then the rumor is that we lost 2 cars from the Greenbrier camp.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's going backwards for us.
It is because I mean all of his cars run good. And
they do.
He's won any car that he had. That was one that you would either be chasing or really want to beat because he's won 2 world championships. His cars have.
Yep.
And I hate it. I mean, I talk to Alan every week, and I understand his side of it to a degree, but I also know how much money he spends, which is a lot. And I just think right now he wants to do other things. Do I think that he might come back eventually? I do think he will, because Alan is prideful, and he does like to prove points. I just don't know when or if. I hate that we lost the cars.
I think a driver change this late in the game. I know it's only 3 races in, but if you came in 3 races late with your car, like Cameron and Corey, they don't have a shot.
No.
If they won they'd have to win every race.
Yeah. And the main thing for Corey and Cameron is just get seat time.
That's what I'm chasing.
Work on it for next year. Yeah. Because if you sit at home and wait till next year to start working on it, you're going to be behind.
Well, I agree.
Yeah. But that's what I'm chasing. I'm definitely chasing seat time.
I'm behind all the time.
Well, we'll go to the subject of it. I did drive the miles to go to Virginia, and I came out and I went 2 more rounds from 8 straight. 10 straight now of not having an aborted run. So not to be a schmuck, but I got 2 more runs than you do, right, Ed?
Right.
You know,
Right.
I
I mean, I don't.
in my program that netted me 25 points. You know, the 25 points thing we know is a sore subject. I understand Andrew's point of it. I understand where he's at. I mean, we did have a conversation, blah, blah, blah. Nothing was going to get awarded, and then it got awarded. So he's upset. He may not come to 632. I mean, that stinks because it's potentially another car, that we had.
It's a real good car, and I think that he would have a real good program. I do understand how he feels, but I also see the other side of it too. It's kind of a catch-22. I commend all the guys that went because I looked at the weather a week before up to that Monday when I made the decision, and it just didn't look to me like there was any possible way to get to racing. And the PDRA tried. They tried. You have to give everybody props that attended and showed up.
How I look at it, and this is the way I looked at it, is I was close to finishing 3rd last year, and I lost a round. And I lost a round to somebody who it didn't matter if they won or not, right? Because they were so far behind the points. And it was Andy House. Andy put me out, and there was 3 cars on top of each place. 3rd, 4th, and 5th were 5 points apiece. And I lost that round. But I also lost. I stood out the race. So I know what 100 points means, right? So I'm looking at it. I'm like, there's 100 points between me and Doug. Doug said he wasn't going to go, so I'm going to go. Why not, right? If I get 1 round in, we'll swap spots.
That's exactly what you told me on Sunday, I believe.
Yeah. We swap spots.
I'm gonna go because this is why. If I get 1 round, that's points. I get to make up points.
Yeah.
So everybody has their own reason for going and not going. Mine was a combination of things. I didn't think the race would get in. I didn't even think you all would get test runs in.
If you would have seen how nice it was there Wednesday, it was nice forever.
It was
forever, right? It was hot.
rain.
And I'm like, ain't no way it's going to rain, right? You get up Thursday morning, it's still warm, the sun's trying to break through the clouds, and then all of a sudden, actually, we all got called into the staging lanes for qualifying.
Yep.
We were on standby, and the shit just hit the fan. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I want me to work on my shit.
I was talking to a dude right at that moment too. I kind of jinxed it. I was like, I feel like we're actually gonna get lucky, get this first qualifying session in. And as I'm saying that, it just started. We're like, well, see you tomorrow.
Yeah. So I mean, it sucked, you know what I mean? But there's some teams, man, when they want to get out of there, they can pack up and get out of there. Because I was like, holy Christ! I mean, full awnings with the side skirts on and everything. Them guys were wrapped up and gone, and I'm like, they must have started early already. We weren't going to get this in, but hats off to PDRA. Like you said, they tried their best. I mean, you guys are smart. You and Troy are smart. You probably saved $5,000-$6,000, maybe more if you count work time. Andy said to me, if you were told you could get 50 points if you just showed up, would you hop on a plane, get in a rental car, and go for 50 points? I went, no. He's like, you just drove all the way there for 25. I go, I didn't drive there for 25. I drove there for 100. I drove there to swap faces, 5 for 4. That's why I drove there. You know what I mean? But I'm not just going to go to get 50 or 25. You know what I mean? That for me is moved. But for Andy, it ruined his points chase in the junior driving. So
yeah, and it did really hurt him. Now I do understand that Tyler is trying to make it right with Andy. And I hope they do work it out, because
he gave him free entry for Maryland.
My opinion, we really need Andrew in the class.
Uh-huh.
Just like and I will say this to anybody, I still think that we need the Greenbrier cars in the class
We
too.
do. I'm not disagreeing. We need them. We need all of them. We need the Liberties. We need Tanner. Jarvis. There's another guy that's coming too, right? Another North Carolina guy, I believe. Or Cameron, doesn't your dad know somebody that's finishing up a 632?
My buddy Keaton, he's up in Maryland also, and he's trying to make it too.
Good.
Whatever happened with the red car that Brian was driving?
No idea on that one.
Whatchamacallit, other car. And Brian's still working on his own car. So it may be the end of the year. Hopefully it's not too late. You know what I mean? We're in the third race. There's talks of possibly we'll get going to the winter series. How many people want to come down to Bradenton for that? It all makes a difference, right? A lot of people don't want to make the trip down. I'm probably going to speak for Chris Nelson, but if there's teams that are coming down and they need to leave their stuff, I'm pretty sure you can leave your stuff at Chris's shop on his farm. 8 miles from the track, 9 miles from the track.
I just don't know if I'd be able to, because one, it's an excessive drive for Troy. And
he's going to drive it once though if he leaves the stuff behind.
That's true, but I also have twins, and that is football season, and I'm not going to interfere with that.
They're all done by Thanksgiving.
Huh?
Football's all done by Thanksgiving.
Not for them. It's not.
What do you mean?
It's year round.
Really?
For them, it is.
Back home, it's like Turkey Bowl was like the end of it.
They're going to football camp next week. They got 4 camps this summer, and then when they get back to school, they do football, and then they do weights and not official practices, but practices. Gotcha. It's almost year round.
All right.
And that's one thing that they love. So I'm not going to interfere with that. They love racing too. I just didn't want to sit with them in a camper for 3 days and a wife post-op surgery for 3 weeks, just out of surgery for 3 weeks.
Gotcha.
They would have been miserable. I would have been suicidal.
Well, I understand that. I was running out of things to do. I was waxing the cabinet doors. It's the shit you got to do. And I'm like, there's other stuff I can work on, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So the next out in Maryland is going to be JC Beatty and Cameron's mom. And she's got a menu and a half going on there. Seafood and what else we have? Seafood and chicken?
Yes, sir. Remember correctly.
I'll trade you 2 twins, Ed, for that thing that's making all the noise in the background.
Oh, behind me?
No, behind me.
You need to bring that to the racetrack with you so the twins can have a blast.
He's always there. He's always at the track.
Oh, well, you're going to get twin duty at Maryland.
I should get 25 points just for having entertainment.
I would probably give you my points.
You didn't go?
At least first show up points. I'd give you the show up points. How's that?
All right. That'd be nice of you. So moving forward, now you 2 guys down on the bottom of the screen, you both got 25 points apiece.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
More than likely, you probably could make Pro Stars. This is the first year I look at the list, and Gary Hood is solid in there for Pro Stars at the moment.
How does all that all work?
So Pro Stars start in the middle of the season. So when we had 4 races, we used to have 4 races in the first part, and then we had the break. In the break, we would go to Virginia, and we would have the Pro Star race, and then the last 4 races. So at the break in the 4, that's when Pro Stars would start over again. So it's like, so this year it'll start over for you in Bristol.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys will accumulate Pro Star points for 2026, 27 race in Bristol.
Okay.
I like it better when we had to go to Virginia. I don't like
Explain the whole Pro Stars system to them. They may not know that.
what's that?
Explain the whole system, how Pro Stars works.
Oh, so Pro Stars, it's a race within a race. Obviously, it kind of mimics the All Star race from the NHRA. So starting in Bristol, we'll start the first of points. We'll have 0 points going into Bristol, and then we'll start accumulating. It'll be Bristol, Galat, Virginia, and then go back 2027 season. If we go back to Darlington, it'll go Darlington, Galat, Virginia, Maryland. And then at the end of Maryland, you'll know who's going to Pro Stars.
Okay.
We do Pro Stars at the same race as the finals. So that's 2 races in 1 weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's from that there on, and it's pretty cool. Like when it was separate, they had fuel cars and jet cars and fireworks, and they had a big stage up, and the band was playing and all that stuff. We don't get all of that now because we've got the finals and the Pro Stars. When it's just the Pro Stars, it was the top 8 from every class.
Okay.
So there wasn't a whole lot of cars, which was great. I mean, but you had a hustle to get your shit done because there's not a whole point dealing with 80 top sportsman cars.
Well,
Drag strip trying to qualify. It's like there is no I mean, there's qualifying, but you're just qualifying for position. And that's it. And then that's it. And it's something to win. I think I made it to the finals once in Pro Stars. And it's all and you draw cards.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you just you draw from there. So which is good. And then you have autograph sessions. So you guys got to get your hero cards up. Get things done because there's an autograph session for the kids and fans. And you'd be surprised how many people you'll sign an autograph hero card. Which I would like to see them do that at every race.
yeah, it would be nice.
In it, and you participate in it. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? But I make sure I was there for everyone. I enjoy it. I enjoy the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I do too.
Hey, we have a Patrick Patterson.
How you doing?
There's another one that needs to come race sometime.
He's getting closer. He's got a hose order in, and they're getting ready to dress that thing.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
Yep, it is getting ready to get together. I was just jumping on. I wasn't trying to jump into the studio, but I was trying to fix how Jason has this display going on. But I'm on my phone, so I don't think I can. There we go. Make it look a little better.
Okay.
So
Chris was on with us earlier, but he had technical issues.
all right. I do apologize. I'm in the middle of moving from one house to the next. So enjoy y'all's show, and I'm going to jump off here. Just wanted to fix the format because Jason he might be a smart guy, but he ain't technical. Y'all have a great night.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
hold on.
I
Hey,
enjoy.
kick me out, Jason.
No, don't kick him out. Hey, Patrick, I got you something.
What's that? That ain't gonna do me no good.
It might start your engine.
Well, it'll definitely start something.
All right. See you later. So, so the pro stock thing, I really enjoy the autograph signing session. Well, it's cool. I think it is anyway. I actually got and if you got the cards, you'll get. I just got an email for somebody they wanted a signed card somebody from Oklahoma or something like that, and I'll sign it. You know what I mean? I get, the shirt thing. A lot of teams have shirts for sale. It's an expense, but it does make money because basically you make 50% on a shirt for what it costs you. You know what I mean? But that's a dedicated person in your trailer selling shirts because it's a whole nother thing.
Yes. And hopefully we'll have shirts by Bristol. My car is not easy to put on a shirt screen print wise.
Have you talked to the guy that does the PDRA equipment? I mean shirts?
No, I haven't. I have a local guy, Ian Hawkins. He does 660 Concepts.
Yeah.
He's working on the design right now, and I'm going to have Graphic Disorder print them. But it's probably going to be at the Bristol race when I have them. I'll have hoodies, shirts, hats, hero cards, whole 9 yards. Yes, it is an expense, but every race that I'm at, somebody asks for a shirt, and I just don't have them.
Yeah. What I like going with whatchamacallit from the PDRA is I get all the stuff in bags and sizes, so I don't have to dig through. It's already packaged for me and part of the price. It's small. Here you go. Extra large. Here you go.
Yeah.
So when I look in a tow, I go, we're down. Like I can't charge a kid for a shirt. I don't have the heart in me to do it. Neither does Celeste. And I've watched Celeste walk out and just grab a kid that's walking by with their parents. Goes, come here, and they're like, I'm like, you just can't walk up to somebody's kid and take them.
I don't think I could take money for a shirt for a kid.
He's got a hat, a shirt, a sticker, and kid's walking away, and it's a great. I mean, it's great. As a matter of fact, Cameron, you got a little guy that goes to your shop.
With Jackson. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Right? That kid's he's my biggest fan. You know what I mean? Out of a little guy that doesn't race. I mean, I got a couple of fans in the drag racing world, and everybody knows it's Victoria Beener, and I'll tell you, JC Beatty III is right behind her. You know what I mean? I watch those kids, I don't know, 8 years now, growing up, going through drag racing, and it's JC Beatty III is got high school car now, right? So he's racing in a high school class.
Okay.
So he's got a third gen Camaro, and it's got a motor in it, and blah 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 blah. And they've been working on it all weekend since they got home. That's what they're doing, and they can drive the car in the staging lanes to the burnout box and to the scales, and after that, an adult has to drive it through the pit.
That's an awesome program.
Yeah.
And it breaks up that for Cameron, because you know what I mean, you came out of juniors and they're like, you age out, right? So now this class picks up somewhere in between, because some kids are racing the juniors and that.
Yep.
Speaking of mini-me's, there's one. Say hi, Braden.
Hey.
That's the one that fractured his skull.
Oh man.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one that fractured his skull at Bristol.
Poor guy. No repeat this year. So so moving on with that stuff, but the newcomers, what would you change? If you had an option to change something, what would you change?
Well, I definitely got to change my transmission. I came in with a power glide to get some seat time, and we just trying to get the feel of everything, and then we're gonna go try to pick up a 400 somewhere or another and put it in there. Then we're gonna chase the gear ratio for the rest of the season, I guess.
Right. Anything in a class you'd like to change, Corey?
No, I hung out with Andy House and Jamie Thompson when they ran with me, and I learned a lot then, and I love the class. I wish I had more cars while we can be safe for the. I don't want them to cut the class out.
Yeah.
That's what scares me.
What's your thoughts on getting more cars?
Yeah, that's what I'm all for that.
What's your thoughts on it? How do we get more? What's your thoughts on how we get more?
I'm gonna be honest.
You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Corey.
Oh,
I can't hear anything Corey's saying.
Okay, I don't have anything that would work. I mean, y'all trying everything. I mean, the people just got to come and try it. I mean, it's gonna be hard. It's to me, it's another pro stock class with nitrous. It's to me what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
How about you, Cameron? What's your thoughts on changing? If you had to change anything, what would you change?
I enjoy how it is now. Graham just starting out, so I mean, this is all I know racing wise. But I do remember when I was younger, when the class first started, I felt like there was more combinations, and if something like that came down the road, that I mean, I think that'd be cool too. Because I remember, think it was you I heard talking about maybe let the mountain motor guys run with us maybe in the future.
That's Chris Nelson.
Like that, or like one platoon, all of them were running, and there was nitrous versus pro stock was interesting, and some people had different kits, or
The diversity of the extra combinations is too hard to police for tests. That's what it comes down to.
That's understandable too.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's just two guys for all them cars.
Yeah.
Two guys for all the pro boost cars, pro nitrous cars, pro street cars, cars, 32 cars. I mean, what do you really tech in top sportsman, top dragster? Really nothing. That's an open bracket. But that's a lot of cars for the guys to handle.
I understand completely. But
somebody could probably build a 706 and it'd probably take a year to figure out that they had a 706 in the car. That's the truth of it. You know what I mean? You know, and that, you know, it's just too hard to police it.
no, understand.
So, but other than that, I mean, you know, the rain delay sucked.
Yeah.
We're going to Maryland. We'll have some good food.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right?
Exactly.
Or we get some more seat time and more scratch ticket and get himself a Turbo 400.
Yeah, I'm hunting one.
You didn't ask me what I would change.
You're already converter changing, rear end changing. You changed enough and haven't even tested it yet.
I was talking about what I would do differently in the class.
What would you do, Mr. Ed Mclemore? What would you do differently?
Well, considering I'm the only Ford in the class now, I would take that bullshit bore space rule off.
Why?
We're the same cubic inches.
Yeah, but I mean, I would tell you a 615 is the 615 was a better manageable package because of the big bore short stroke. That's my opinion on it.
Well, I understand the bore space rule. I do. I don't agree with it, but I do understand it. I would get rid of lockups. That would be the only change that I would make is get rid of lockups.
I agree. But I think if we didn't have the lockup rule, we wouldn't have the situation we're in now.
Exactly. You're exactly right. If we didn't have lockups, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in now.
And losing two cars. So for the new guys who probably don't know, there is was it 75-pound lockup rule?
On the GMs, yes, and 110 on the Ford.
Okay. So we have two cars not coming back because they won't change the weight rule for the lockup.
I got you.
This is a tech thing. It's not a race 632 radio thing. I guess the powers to be had the conversation about it and showed numbers, and they're not gonna take the weight out, so two cars won't come back. It sucks. It sucks, but if we didn't have lockups allowed, then we wouldn't have this problem.
Correct.
They wouldn't have that the Ford wouldn't have to weigh an extra 110 pounds, and the GM would have to be another 75 pounds. But imagine if you took 75 pounds out of Pittman's car, how fast he would be.
I agree. I do not think. I think with the technology that we have now, I don't see a lockup being a huge advantage. It would be if we all run at the same weight.
Yes.
But you know, we have been talking about simplifying the rules for years, and thankfully the PDRA has taken those steps.
But I'll interject here, and I think going back to like Corey wants more cars. I think by simplifying rules, taking the dollar amount away, makes it more attainable for others to come and go, I can do this. I don't need a pro stock budget, or I don't need a pro nitrous budget, which you really don't need. A lot of people don't understand that. We got a lot of top built cars in that class that should be in other classes, right? My
You're
car,
right.
my car should be 632. It should be in pro nitrous. It is what it is. You know,
Well, let's talk about Mountain Motor Pro Stock for a minute.
Yeah.
I love that class. That is my favorite class to watch of any class ever. That's my favorite class. I would never be able to spend $20,000 to $30,000 for a freshen up ever.
every 20 runs.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. There's no way. Plus, I hate clutches. That's just too much work.
Yep. No, you got to have 5 people. You know, you got to feed in house 5 people.
Yeah, and I have some really good friends that run Mountain Motor Pro Stock. I do, and they are the hardest working people in the pits.
You got to have, I don't know how many thousands of dollars in gears, transmission gears, rear end gears, clutches,
Ratios. You're changing. It seems like you're changing ratios every run.
Yep. Their tires don't last as long as ours do.
No.
Oil doesn't. I mean, the oil goes 8 rounds. And they dump oil because they run 0-weight oil.
Yeah.
So it is a big expense going from one to the other. But they don't have a nitrous bottle, Bill.
Yeah.
But it's very small. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
I'm the luckiest guy out of the whole group for what I pay for nitrous. You know, 65-pound bottle costed me $170.
Yeah, it's
Huh?
you know, I mean,
It's like $2 and something a pound.
let's go back to when Johnny Placino was running the class, and I mean, he was dominating.
Yeah.
You know, he was a clutch 5-speed with a mini mountain motor Hemi in it, as I call it.
Yep.
But those guys worked their butts off, and they just kept working all the time. It didn't matter how much weight they threw on them; they just kept working, and finally they just, you know, stopped because they were. I hate to put it this way, but I think at the time they was out working everybody.
Oh, well, that is a working team. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even you watch them at IHRA, and they're just a working team. They don't stop.
Right. And I would love for the Mountain Motors to come run with us, because we've been low 14s. Some people's been low 14s. Some people's been high O's. And I think by the end of the year, there will be more than 3 people that run in the O's. And that's basically what Mountain Motor Pro Stockers run. 4 O's.
Yeah, 200 pounds lighter.
200 pounds lighter. But those cars are they're harder to get 200 feet than our cars are.
I agree. You know, but I mean, I just think we take the dollar amount out of it, make it manageable, and we can get other people to come in and race with us.
I agree with that too. It isn't a very expensive class when you look at the other classes.
You break it down. I mean, if I don't blow a motor or hurt, I mean, you hurt a motor, you know what it costs. If you don't hurt a motor, it's manageable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can run a motor all season. You really can. Freshen it over the winter, and you're good to go for another season. Mountain motors, sometimes 20, 25 runs, depends on what all needs changed. It could be $20,000 to $35,000.
Depending on the builder.
Yeah, and the Pro Nitrous motors, I don't really know anything about those, but I bet Chris Rennie could tell us all about it.
Yes. Mrs. Rainey could tell us all about it.
I'm sure.
Mrs. Rainey could tell us all about it. Now, you started on, Corey, did you start on a freshman order?
Yeah, yeah. He got 4 runs on. Well, 2 full runs and 2 piece of runs. So it's fresh.
Cameron's just about worn his out already.
I would say after
That's what you guys went and did.
the second test run at VMP, I think that was our 6th full run on the car. And then, up until the race y'all saw on the podcast, we didn't make any full runs, but we've been lucky since then.
And let Ed know.
I know I busted your balls on the top man about burning me down, but it was all right.
It's completely valid.
I was just busting it. Nick kind of took it personal in a way. I'm like, dude, I was only busting the kid's balls. Having some fun with them, you know.
Yeah, you can't take little Guido serious, even when he sounds like he's serious. He's not.
Yeah.
Right. But it was all in fun. So Corey, I'm sitting there and I go into the lights at 119. I'm like, okay, 141. I'm like, I'm about ready to put the double bulb on this kid right about now because we gotta go. You know.
Yeah.
And here he comes rolling in. Today.
We're getting back.
I think I whacked the tree with a 16 and I was gone. I'm like, I gotta get some air in this radiator.
Well, I'm like Ed. I got carburetors, and we
I
were
really
trying
hate
to.
that we lost the Greenbrier cars. I do, and I really hope that Andrew does come to the class. And I wish Tim would get his car done. I need to call him and see if he needs anything.
Like I said, I texted him earlier, and I don't think I got a reply. Go by, but yeah, no, I got nothing from him. My wife did tell me that the neighbor put the Amazon package on our porch, though. Amazon. Yep.
Do you get an Amazon package almost daily?
A package?
A package or packages?
I get packages. I don't get packages.
I don't either.
She gets packages.
I understand. And
the code word is, we need this to go racing. That's what she said.
And you know what?
That's where we go from Maryland. I'm like, where's all this stuff going to fit in a tote home? Where's it go? So she's learned the language to stop out of trouble. It's for when we go racing. I go, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think your wife and my wife must be on the same wavelength.
But all wives.
Yeah. Yeah.
The worst thing ever invented, other than race cars, is auto ship. Auto ship is like a bad thing.
Amazon Prime.
Exactly.
Oh, and I mean, I use it very, very, very little. If I probably spend $100 a month on Amazon, it's for the shop anyway. But if I can buy it locally, I buy it locally. More or less than the local people. What it is, because you can't go ask Amazon for a sponsorship.
It'd be nice.
Right?
Next race, Maryland. Are we doing a cookout at Maryland?
Yes. Yes, we spoke of it earlier. Cameron Gibson's mom's doing it. Big Billy.
Yep.
And JC's crab cakes. We still have a bounty out for JC Beatty. I think we're at $100.
Okay.
Somebody said $500, but I don't care. I'll chase him down in T1. It ain't the fact of I might get. It's the fact that I might get lucky and get $100.
I don't think time trials count. I think it has to be in eliminations there, buddy.
Oh. Well, I will consider it a win if I make it to first round of eliminations.
But I will. I'll throw another 100 at it personally.
You'll what?
I'll throw another 100 at it personally, so it's $200 bounty on JCBD.
Oh man. Well, I guess I'll have to throw another 100 at it too. So now it's 300.
Should I join in while we're at it? Fuck,
Hey.
make 400.
Hold on a second here. I'll give my 25 points from the rain race.
Oh, okay. Right
now, there's people going, "What a dick!"
yeah, you're getting cussed. You just can't hear it.
Right? I can't even know it's even posted tonight.
I know. What's up with that?
I don't know. Sometimes you personally got to tell people that we're on tonight at 7:00 because they forget every week. But yeah, so you're in for 100, so we're 300 on Beatty.
Yeah, we're 300 on Beatty.
Okay. All right.
I'll throw 100 in also on top of that, just make it interesting, make it 4.
400 for Beatty. Whoever wins, I'm giving them 400. I'm giving 100 in pennies.
I'm not going.
$5 bucket.
I'm not going to be that mean. I'll bring rolls of quarters.
That's right. What am I supposed to do with this? What is this? What is a quarter? We're 400, right? All right. I'll make a post up for it, and then we'll make the bounty bigger.
Yeah, let's make the bounty bigger. I mean, you know, he is the man to beat right now. So,
and only because he's won 2 races in a row.
Yeah,
it makes him the man to beat. But don't forget about Jeff Pittman. You know, Junior wouldn't be where he's at in points if Pittman would have hit the tree.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think, what do you go, 189 on the light? He went.
I don't remember.
It was 189. He went 410.
Wow.
So I think Junior went 19.
Yeah, he would have had that.
But it still ain't the worst slide ever. I had .348 or 548 my first round when I couldn't get it to go up on the 2-step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun
That's
time.
what
fun time. It was a fun time chasing down. I run out of
blunder shot.
Oh, that's what I was chasing in the testing. I was trying to get mine to go up. I've got carburetors also, and I had a 480 light or something, trying to make sure it was on the 2-step before I released the button. But I mean, we was just testing. But
just spray it with nitrous.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. Lead with the nitrous on. Go to the 2-step with the nitrous. Yeah.
That's a whole nother converter.
Yeah, that's right.
Troy tried it. I forgot. We were in a lot, and he tried it on Doug's car.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the pit, and that thing shot shit over the trailer onto my awning, and I'm going, what the going on over there? I go, you trying nitrous? And he's like, you got that, the Troy grin. He's like, and I'm like, all right, whatever. Do what you got to do. I've already talked to somebody about it. It's way too much work.
Yeah. It shortens the engine life too.
And I've got it going up on the 2-step now, so I mean, I can actually try to focus on driving for once. Maybe
for the new guys, if your car is unsettled, you are the world's worst driver.
You got that right. I agree with you there.
You do not know what it's going to do.
Yeah,
pretty much.
For the longest time, every time I let the trans brake button go, I had my eyes closed going, is it going to go? Is it going to rattle the tires? It's going.
I would sit there and look at and just look at the RPMs to wait on them to start coming up before I would even think about letting go of the button. I didn't even look at the tree. There was no point.
Yeah.
Right. No, I get it. It makes you the world's worst driver in the world, and it takes forever to snap out of it to get the confidence back in the car to bring your driving back up. I would say the whole shot award for last week goes to Cameron, because I've never seen anybody do a burnout like that. Somebody's got to have a video of it somewhere, because I couldn't see anything. I tear up, and you lit that tire up in that car, and I was like, good Lord, where did Bill go? He disappeared.
Might not be the fastest, but we can put a good show on,
How old are those tires? I was like, how old are those tires, man? Jesus Christ.
Fresh.
Smoke them in creosote or something? What was going on there? Been hanging out with go-kart racers.
Yeah.
That was like, oh my God. I'm like, It was like a funny car burnout. Damn, son, you had everything going on that weekend.
Try.
All right, anything else we want to talk about?
I want to hit on something, and since you are the leader of the group, so to speak,
Nope.
you and Patrick, how's that? And Chris, you have somebody that's going to film the class.
Yes, I should have. I'm sorry, I should have brought that all up. So we have another Kyle. Seems Kyle's like to do videography.
Was that the dude I saw in the staging lanes this last event?
Yeah, so he was hired by JC Beatty to do stuff for ATI, and when JC told me about it prior, and I had forgotten all about it when we got there, he told me about it prior, and I said, yeah, sure. So, get there, send them over. So, obviously they always want to come over when you're strapped into your car with a helmet on. Like, how you doing? I'm Kyle, blah, blah. And you get earbuds in, and I'm like, yeah, hey, how you doing? I tell my wife, if you ever want anything from me, ask me when I got my helmet on. Because it's always yes. Right? It's always yes. So I'm like, okay. So, he came over later on, and obviously he knows me from the boating world. And we talked about some boat stuff, and then we start talking about the car stuff. So he'll be in Maryland again, and he sent me something earlier today, and I just didn't have a chance to look at it. I'll post it up. And I did. We asked about doing some in-car coverage. Ed had texted me about it. So I had asked him about it, and I said, if we had to, we'll supply our own cameras, if need be. I said, GoPro. And he said, and he replied back to me, I could not effectively manage in-car cameras for an entire class as one person, but could manage a couple per a heat. The time it takes to retrieve the cameras, print them off, or swap cars would take as many GoPros and memory cards as there are people. Chasing action cameras eats up a ton of time and data as they run. I can basically pick 2 people a heat without it becoming a distraction from normal filming. The easiest camera is unfortunately the hardest to manage. Haha. Total doable with one extra person dedicated to managing all the action cameras. I just need to hire a co-filmer for $300 a day or so to make it all the action cameras, adjustments, and data transfer. Getting you he's going to send us a logo so we can put it up on the screen since he is going to be the class videographer. I said we could manage our own in-car cameras if that helps. He said if each team was actually able to individually, it's total doable. I just have to set all of their settings start of the day. I don't know what settings we really have to change. I mean, I don't change anything on my GoPros. I just put them on action and let them do their thing. Slow-mo on a side shot just so you can watch the tire. He says he could even mount them all, but would need everyone to have a suction mount or a clamp that's confirmed to work or hold within their car. When I did the Mickey test, little side note, I did the Mickey test, this kid came in with a V clamp, and it was rounded. It was V'd on one side and straight on the other, I believe, and it locked right down on a roll bar, and it was quick, simple, and easy. And I was like, that thing going to stay? And he's like, yep. And he put it right next to my door, and they did a video through that side clamp. So I think they're like $19 on Amazon. So it's not that expensive. So he suggested a DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro Essential Combo camera with a 1.3 sensor, 4K. Everyone has different setups and obstacles within their own cabin. He's speaking boat technology, but as long as that's figured out, we're good to go. The cameras he would use the Action 5 or 6. The 5 is cheaper, and what I use now. They're better than GoPros currently if you're planning on buying new. So he sent me a link for that, which I can share on WhatsApp. He sent me the link of the thing, which I'll post probably tomorrow. He said all of that. To have a videographer there for 3 to 4 days doing all the cars, it gets expensive. Which, what I mean, it's going to get out of hand. So I would think we probably, if everybody in the class got a GoPro or some kind of sort of, and you want to,
That's what I was going to say. Is we all get our own in-car camera.
yeah,
Just send him the footage.
We just give him the data after the race and let him do his own thing.
yeah, put on a thumb drive or something like that and give him a thumb drive and he downloads it, or we get one main terabyte and just pass it along and everybody just downloads it and he takes it and then he has it all. He was, in the big dollar number that was there. I don't want to scare anybody, so I ain't going to say how much it is, but he was going to do interviews and one-on-ones and stuff like that. So it'd be like our own TV show. So you kind of know that's expensive. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As much as we all would like to have that because we need to do our own thing for us to survive. This is how the radio show started is survival of 632 and what we do to move forward with it. So if we do have our own GoPros or whatever it is, we can grab pieces from it and let it go. I don't have a problem with that. I run 3 all the time, and to be honest with you, I've learned more about my car and myself with a GoPro, multiple GoPros in the car. So I found things that were going wrong that you don't know without a camera being in there. So for some reason, between second and third, I had to think about picking my nose or something. I don't know what it was, but it caught on camera. But still going up forward with that. We could, as a class, if we want to do that, everybody grab some GoPros. Or I would say at least GoPro 10 or newer. Already, I got 110 and 2 13s. I don't see any difference in quality with my eyes, anyway. And they all pretty much look the same way. So, we get some stuff together. We can give it to him in Maryland, and he can put it together. And he's pretty quick about it. I mean, he got JC stuff right out. So, I pay for Maryland for the video that's coming up. I pay for that, or am paying for that. And moving forward, we'll move forward with it. It's something I want to do anyway. I can't ask other people to pay for something I want to do. But if somebody wants to help out, I'm not going to say no. And I'll gladly say, here's the bill. This is what I paid. You know what I mean? I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this to make the class survive.
Yeah.
As much as everybody thinks I'm making a fortune doing this. I made $2.34 last month on my Facebook, but
shoot,
that's all I made, man. $2.34. I seen that. I was like, I'm going to get me a hamburger. And I went, fuck, those are $5. Who knows? So other than that, did I cover you enough there, Ed, on that?
Yeah, I'm good. I've actually got 5 of them out in the garage. So if anybody needs some, just send me a message.
All right, and then we'll go from there. I mean, listen, let me say this about the class, and a lot of people probably think I'm an ass. I don't care what you come to race with, how you get there. I don't care if you show up with a pickup truck in a 24-foot box. You know what I mean? And you drive your shit to the starting line. I don't care. I don't judge. I never judge anybody by what they have. Except if you got a wheelie bar that keeps breaking, I guess I'll call it a piece of shit. But I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? We all been beaten by somebody with less. I've just been fortunate and blessed in my career that I can afford to have what I have. But that's what I can afford. If I could have better stuff because I made more, I would have. I'd have a newer rig and a newer trailer and a new car. I mean, it's not a new car anymore, but I don't begrudge anybody for having less. I mean, Corey, you mentioned you need a turbo 400 in my head. I'm like, all right, who's got one that, you know what I mean? I know what you need for a gear ratio. Who's got something? Who can help them out? You know what I mean? Who's got a deal on something? I'm that guy. I'll call you up and say, hey, listen, I got a friend down here. He's got one and it's got 160 or 164 force gear ratio. This is what he's going to get for it. You deal with him. I'm
Okay.
a man deal guy because I don't want anybody thinking I made $10 to get you a transmission. This is what he's asking for it. You work it out. Here's his number. You know what I mean? It's like today was Walter Lanigan asked me about a Shorty Glyford's dragster. Right? So
Yeah.
I got to make some phone calls.
I got
I think Matt Buck has a spare one that you might want to get off of. But that's the way it is. I mean, come with what you got. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
there was a guy, King, back in the day, raced fuel cars. Your dad probably will remember, if I can remember his first name. He lived out of Swansea, Massachusetts, and he had a converted bus.
It says like King.
Drove a fuel car up and ramp, and that's how he got to and from the races. And he had his bed just underneath the ramp of the car, and that guy just won races.
Yeah.
School bus, right? You know, it is what it is. You know, Mr. Hood. I mean, he's got that old converted. Is it an International? I think it is.
Yeah.
Right.
That man can do anything, I think.
Right. He pushed himself, and you know, his generator's a little noisy, but it is what it is. But other than that, I mean, he's showing up. I could care less.
That's right. Yep.
And he's awesome.
He is. He's, you know what I mean? So to me, it doesn't matter about the bling part of it. I mean, you know, shiny diamonds don't win races.
That's right.
It's a fun class.
But it looks really pretty when it's losing.
Yeah, it's all fun.
Right? So,
yep.
All right, let's wrap it up tonight, guys. I appreciate y'all coming on. I appreciate you coming out, both of you all the way out to Virginia, making a trip. I think we had 9 cars. So let's get back up into the teens, hopefully, for Maryland.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, you know, Mr. O'Brien changes his mind and comes back out, you know, to terrorize us some more. I mean, he's got 2 good drivers. So, you know what I mean? Tara will be there as usual. She made some decent passes, 2 decent passes anyway. She got down twice, so that's a plus. Yeah. So, let's make the best of it out of the next. What do we got? 3 weeks left.
Yep, 3 weeks. Andrew will have his center section Friday.
I mean, he's so close. I mean, he needs wheelie bars. So, you know, weld up a set of wheelie bars, put them on the car, and come on down. You know what I mean? I hope he changes his mind. I hope he comes out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Andrew's real big on principle, and I get it. When you know the rest of the story, I'm not going to go into it here.
Listen. I made a comment. This is not kid friendly. This comment, and I'll put this out there. I had to change shops. Got into an issue with my past landlord. I had to find something. I was tired of having big square footage. All it did was help me let my customers leave stuff in my shop forever. So I was basically paying roughly $30,000 a month to let people leave their shit in my shop. And huge overhead. I just got tired of it. 57, how much longer am I really going to do this? Blah, blah, blah. That whole thing plays in your head. And my dick got up in front of my face and I couldn't see. That's the comment I came up with. And that's pointing towards Andrew. Get the dick out from in front of your face because it's destroying your view. And it took a guy to say to me, how much is the shop that you want with the higher roof to fit that oversized boat in? I go, it's $5,000 a month. He goes, all right. So it's $60,000 a year extra. I go, yep. He goes, you're going to wait $60,000 a year to collect $10,000. When somebody dumbs it down for you like that, he goes like this. Okay, right? I'm good. I don't need to be that proud. And you know what I mean? And that's the whole thing. I get the principles, but sometimes you just got to look past it. You know what I mean?
I agree.
You know what I mean? The first show ever, we had JC Beatty, and there's a little rift between him and Chris, and I'm like, all right, I'm bringing him on. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care if you don't like it because Chris is going to be there. You two need to get over it. You got to do the good of the class. and they came on, and JC's been on twice. They're both professionals, and we move forward, right? And I think, with everything, I think we, let's grow this. Let's not be about ourselves. Let's be about the group and move forward.
There
You
you
know,
go.
don't put your interest first. Put the group's interest first.
Yeah.
You're gonna win no matter what, right? If it's your day to win, it's your day to win. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You can always go back to, Brian was the last qualifier, and he beat number one qualifier and won the race. If it's your day to win, it's your day to win.
That's right.
So it's like, let's do this for the good of the class and for everybody else. I mean, you two guys just came on, spent your money to get here. You don't want to stop, right? So
No.
let's move forward.
Yeah.
I agree.
Let's move forward. I mean, I sucked for the whole season. I was a 4:30 car when everybody was running 4:24s, and I showed up like Mr. Hood. Mr. Hood was my competition.
Mhm.
And I came and got my teeth kicked in, went home every first round. When I started running decent, Doug Nichols put me in the trailer first round for 4 races straight. Until one of my customers go, "What's it going to take for you to get out around that blue car? I'm tired of watching this thing, and you go home first round because that blue car."
Yeah.
I don't know. And then I finally beat him. And then that goes into your head. You go, okay, he's beatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and saying, don't get disappointed or upset because the shit's not right. It's going to get there. And I'm sure somebody in the class will help you to get you there. We'll point you in the right direction. We're not going to give you the answer.
There you go.
And I learned that from Brandon Schweitzer. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Hate him, and I love him. A lot of people hate him. He's very to himself. And he said to me, the way he put it was, "What are you running for fuel?" I said, at the time, I think I was running 24. He goes, "If I was you, I would do some homework and look what everybody else is running because it ain't that."
Mm-hmm.
I go, "What is it?" He goes, "I'm not going to tell you. You need to figure that out on your own."
That's right.
I was in Maple Grove, 0 dock 30 in the morning. My grandma, I'm driving around and see who's got their fuel cans out, so I can, take my camera phone and blow it up to see what they had for fuel. And we made a change, But that's the way Brandon, he'll point you in the direction. Like, I wouldn't be doing that. What are you thinking? Not that. Go look what people are doing. You know what I mean? Like right now, I think you're on Zoomies.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I don't run Zoomies, no.
So it's me, you, and JC Beatty that don't have Zoomies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody else has got Zoomies. So when you ask somebody like, well, we asked Pierce, and Pierce goes, "Oh, there's some advantages to it. You don't have to run as much weight on the front end of the car because it's got the downforce, and you got others like Brandon's thing was it's like they're the same. It's just how you tune it. You know what I mean? It's just a different tune up, and they the outcome is the same. Some people, some people won't. Others will say we don't make enough power to have a Zoomie. I think the Zoomie cars have a better shot at the first 60 feet, not knocking a tire off because it knocks the torque out of the motor. I think there's an advantage there, but I'm just not ready to give up on the collector yet because I'm not, because everybody else is doing it, I'm going to do it. That's just the way it is. But let's move forward and let's help each other and help get other people in the class. Somebody comes up, I think we should have like a pamphlet, like somebody asks about 632, you just hand it to them.
Yeah.
Call us. Watch the show. When people come up, like your brother came up, and like, I didn't know who your brother was. Like, man, I watch you every Wednesday, and I'm like, what? I watch you on the live stream, and I'm like, okay, I'm not used to that type of not people knowing me and not knowing them. So let's get the word out there. You know what I mean? And we can move forward. You know what I mean? Every car helps. Even if they show up. I mean, like last year, I think we had 25 different entries. We ain't nowhere near that number this year.
That's right.
We're nowhere near it. So even if they show up for one race, at the end of the day, you look up and there's 25 names on that list. It looks good to somebody.
Yeah.
We don't have to show them the right side of the piece of paper. We just have to show them how many people race 632.
That's right.
Then you know, a sponsor goes, oh shit, they got 25 cars in that class. You know, he doesn't need to know it's the same 8 show up to every race, and the others, you know, fill in. So let's get the word out there as much as we can. I mean, we are the only class that has a class cookout at every race. A lot of people catching on to that. And man, that's cool as shit. You guys all hang around and eat together. Yeah, we do. I mean, we don't talk about cars. That's the funniest thing. We were at David. We didn't talk about cars. Didn't mention nothing about cars. We talked about David Cook's rentals and Cameron, your dad's telling me about the thing that stops him from snoring. I couldn't stop laughing. The guy's half Frankenstein. Ed, I got to tell you about this. So he's got this thing. I have to tell everybody about this because it's funny shit, especially when he tells the story. So he's got a remote that he puts on his chest 45 minutes before he goes to sleep because he's a heavy snorer and he keeps his wife up all night. So within 45 minutes, and correct me if I say any of this wrong, Cameron, when he nods off and he breathes in, this thing shocks his tongue.
Yeah, it's something weird like that. Like if it's on,
and it stops him from snoring.
Yeah, but when he's awake and it's on, it's like he can't talk. It's so weird.
He wakes up in the morning. He says, "It looks like I'm having a stroke." He goes, "If I don't shut it off, I'm like,
wow."
A piece of chicken in my mouth. I got barbecue sauce going everywhere, and I'm like, "Dude, stop! You're killing me." He's like, "No, look at the scar," and I'm like, "He's for real." And then your mom's like, "No, he is. He's a terrible snorer." She goes, Cameron's in his room with his TV on. We got our TV on, and Billy's keeping us both awake, and he's across the house.
You hear that thing from downtown. I ain't gonna lie, like it's something serious.
So is this something that sits on his chest, or is this
like inside his chest?
It's inside his chest.
It's some crazy shit. But
and it's got a wire. It's got a wiring thing that goes up to his chin.
Mm-hmm. What's funny is when it cuts off, I guess sometimes at night or whatever, he's loud. My mom will grab the remote while he's asleep.
The snoring king right here. Listen, Ray, this is what we're going to do to you.
I'm like, this has got to be wrong. He's like, I don't care. It's too loud. It's too loud.
His dad's not like he's like 300 pounds and overweight.
No. It's just, I don't know how he does it, honestly. It's almost impressive, you know? Like...
I think we're talking about 32 cars, not a man snoring problem. All right, y'all have a good night. I'm glad you all came on.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody at home watching, big thank you to Mark Williams Enterprises for our sponsor of our class. Thank you to Wayne Cage and the Cage family for sponsorship on the Pro 632 radio. We'll catch you all next week. Hopefully we can have some more content. You guys remember when you're posting stuff, at Race 632 at Mark Williams. If you get it out there that way, we can put it on Race 632. We can reshare it. And the biggest way we can get more people to know us is by everybody sharing everybody's stuff. So make sure we all like each other's pages.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't like Race 632 or you don't like Gladiator X racing, we can't see your stuff and we can't share your stuff. So we all need to like each other's stuff so we can all, 8 turns into 8,000, right? And that's what we look like. And if you guys want, look at the monetization thing. I know I made a whole $2.56. So maybe someday it turns into $12. Who knows? I don't know. These young kids know how to do it. I don't. But let's tag everybody and keep pushing. You see Mark Williams Enterprise stuff? Share it. Just takes 2 seconds. You don't have to write anything about it. Just share it. Thank you, Cameron. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Do my part.
two other people. It was a Cameron and 2 others followed you. So let's stop following each other. That brings the count up. And if I share Corey's stuff and then Gibson shares Corey's stuff, it all goes credit to Corey, right? So same thing with Ed. So if we share it, your friends share it, the credit goes to the original poster. And that's how that all works. And it's a learning curve for me. I probably should need to go take a night class in it at some local college in my spare time. But let's have a good night. Everybody have a great week, and talk to you all soon. Thank you.
Right. Thanks, guys.
All right.